The troubling phone call, not between lovers nor diplomats, but between Trump and Putin, two men inclined to tantrums rather than treaties. For an hour and 15 minutes, apparently, they discussed Ukraine's daring drone strikes, Iran's nuclear ambiguity, and the mounting wreckage of any coherent peace plan. And the timing is no coincidence. Ukraine's security service, the SBU, has just pulled off Operation Spiderweb, an extraordinary assault deep inside Russian territory, damaging or destroying more than 40 nuclear capable bombers. The Kremlin is livid. Putin is incandescent. The ice is shaking in the Smeg fridge. And Donald Trump, astonishingly, has offered himself once again as the supposed middleman for peace. Beginning with substance rather than the rather than the posturing, Trump reported on his own social media platform that Putin spoke very strongly of the need to respond to Ukraine's attack on the airfields. And make no mistake, this was not idle rhetoric. Putin cast Ukraine as a terrorist entity. He accused Kyiv of attempting to sabotage peace talks through terrorist attacks on bridges, trains, and airfields. He even called Ukraine's government a terrorist organization supported by terrorist accomplices in the West. Trump, in turn, declared the conversation good, but not one that would lead to immediate peace. That may be the only honest line in the whole exchange. The ironies abound. Trump, who once claimed he could end the war in 24 hours, seems increasingly reduced to helpless commentator from the sidelines. He now admits somewhat sheepishly that Putin is tapping him along. Zelensky, for his part, offered a limited ceasefire to create space for talks and was promptly rebuffed. Putin, ever the chess player, knows full well that pauses in war are time bought for rearmament. Just not, of course, when he is the one who needs the pause. And we shouldn't underestimate the impact of Ukraine's drone strikes. This was a strategic sabotage on a grand scale, and some of the destroyed bombers are part of Russia's so-called nuclear triad. The imagery was devastating. Tu-95s, Tu-160s on fire in Siberian airfields, sabotaged by machines no larger than garden furniture. For Moscow, this was a Pearl Harbor moment, not in loss of life, but in sheer symbolic and military shock. And yet Putin remains the master of menace. He doesn't name the bombers. He does show anger. He lets the silence speak, as all autocrats do when preparing retaliation. Then, a curious twist. The two men also discussed Iran. Trump says Putin is willing to assist with nuclear negotiations, and both agree, allegedly, that Iran must not develop a nuclear weapon. This is theatre. Putin is currently arming Iran with drones. Iran is enriching uranium and snubbing inspectors. The idea that the Kremlin could become a constructive partner in non-proliferation is laughable. Intriguingly, Putin also apparently phoned Pope Leo XIV, a symbolic gesture, but a calculated one. The Pope, unsurprisingly, called for peace, but Putin used the opportunity to reiterate that Kyiv is engaging in sabotage and escalation. This was no olive branch, it was propaganda masked in diplomacy. And so we return to the heart of the matter. Russia is now openly stating that military options are on the table. Ukraine's boldness has exposed Russian vulnerabilities and in doing so made Moscow more dangerous. The West, including the UK and US, is being urged to restrain Kyiv, as if the victim of invasion should now stop retaliating. The risk of escalation, the most overused but terrifying phrase, is now real. Russia may lash out, it may double down, and Trump, far from restraining it, has offered only blandishments. So where does this leave us? With two men, one a wounded emperor, and the other a would-be saviour of peace, circling each other like actors in a Wagnerian opera. The sound is dramatic. The consequences could be tragic. Putin is laying the groundwork for reprisal, and Trump characteristically is laying the groundwork for self-congratulation. And somewhere in the distance, Ukraine burns, drones hum, and the ghost of peace continues to flicker just out of reach.